Roll call.
Deputy Mayor Napolitani.
Here.
Councilmember Achara.
Here.
Donlin.
Here.
Fisher.
Here.
Okay, please stand for a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moment of silence. Thank you. The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act for this meeting have been satisfied, and a copy of the annual notice was sent to the Asbury Park Press and the Coaster, posted in Town Hall, and filed in the office with the municipal clerk on December 9th, 2021. Fire exit procedures. There are 2 emergency exits on the wall to my right that will take you to the front of the building. Another one to my left that will take you to the rear of the building. Please notice, all cell phones must be turned off. If you need to make a call, kindly step outside, make your call, and please leave the meeting room. Before we go into public comment on the agenda, I just want to let the council comment, but before I let them do that, you'll notice that there's a timer in front of Councilman Achara. That timer has been set for a couple of years, and we are now utilizing it at each and every meeting. So let me start off with council comments. I'll start off with Councilman Achara.
I actually have no report tonight, Deputy Mayor.
Wow.
I know.
Councilman
I'm as
Fisher.
surprised as you.
No report tonight.
Councilwoman Donlin.
I guess I'm
Dr. Donlin.
I'm the only one. So just a reminder, there's an upcoming Easter egg hunt and bonnet contest for children pre-K through grade 5 on Saturday, April 9th at Fireman's Field. It starts at 10 a.m. and the Easter egg hunt commences at 11 a.m. sharp. It's free, but registration is required. And I'm a little sad because my youngest is too young and my oldest is too old for this, so I have to wait a couple more years.
Thank you, Marge. Our manager, Dave.
No report, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you. Our attorney.
I do have a report.
Orvis?
We did receive a decision this week on the Route 35 and Deal Road property, and the court rendered a 21-page opinion and affirmed the decision of the planning board. And I'm not going to go through the opinion, except to say that the opinion is very methodical. It goes through each and every argument that was made, rejects the arguments made by the objectors, and in addition, I thought very nicely said very nice things about our planning board and our planning board attorney and the way they handled the application and also the way they handled the objectors, saying they were very fair. And even when certain arguments were not made to her, she actually read through all of the transcripts, and there were 12 of them, to see if there was any basis for the claims being made by the objectors, and she found none. So that decision affirmed the planning board's granting of the approval.
And Marty, on behalf of the council, I'd like to thank you for keeping us informed throughout this entire process. It's been a very long and tiring process for the township. Glad that it's finally over.
Yeah, and just to the actual decision by the planning board was October 28th of 2019, and this before this case we had the appeal of our zoning ordinance. In addition to that, this case was argued in February of 2021, and we got the opinion now. So we were waiting a long time for it, but it was worth waiting for, I guess.
But the kicker is, Marty, it goes back to what year? How far back do...
this has been around since I was the planning board attorney in 1991. So it's gone forever.
30 years.
Yeah. And, I also wanted to congratulate Sandy Brown, who was the planning board attorney at the time, and again was complimented here in the opinion.
Sandy did a fantastic job, as did all our professionals, planning board. They went through a lot, but I appreciate everything that everyone did for the betterment of the town. Okay, the purpose of the public portion is solely ask questions to understand resolutions that appear on this agenda and is not an occasion for a public hearing on an ordinance. All questions not related to an item on this agenda should be asked during the public comments portion at the conclusion of this meeting. Again, I will point to the timer. If anybody from the public has any comments on this agenda items only, please step up to the podium. Seeing here none, let's do our consent agenda. Resolutions 22-068 through 22-078.
I'll offer.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes.
That would do it through seven.
Okay, individual action. Let's do the voucher list in the amount of $7,013,907.56. Someone please move it.
I'll offer.
I'll second.
Councilmember Achara,
Yes.
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. And resolutions individually. Resolution 22-071 authorizing the participation in the interlocal purchasing system, TIPS. Someone offer.
I'll offer.
I'll second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. Okay, resolution 22-072 authorizing the interlocal services agreement with the Township of the Township of Ocean Board of Fire Commissioners, Fire District Number 2 for the fire subcode services. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
I'll
Second.
second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. And resolution 22-073 authorize the tax collector to cancel and refund property taxes paid on Block 34, Lot 1, who has been declared a 100% totally disabled veteran. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
I'll second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. And resolution 22-074 authorize the tax collector to issue refunds to the following taxpayers who overpaid their first quarter 2022 property taxes. Letter A, Block 25, Lot 10, $5,165, and Block 110, Lot 7, in the amount of $1,800. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
I'll second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. And resolution 22-075 authorizing the transfer of appropriations in the calendar year 2021 budget transfer to the Storm Recovery Trust Fund. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
I'll second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. And resolution 22-076 authorizing the transfer of appropriations in the calendar year 2021 budget. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
I'll second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. And resolution 22-077 authorizing a professional services agreement with Millennium Strategies LLC for the use of their grants research portal services at a cost not to exceed $6,500. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
Oops. I'll second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. Okay, and ordinances. We are going to be adopting 3 ordinances this evening. Ordinance number 1. Jesse, you want to please read?
Sure. Ordinance number 2378, an ordinance establishing a cap bank for the year 2022 in accordance with NJSA 48:4-45.14.
Thank you, Jesse. Can someone please open public discussion on ordinance 2378?
I'd like to open the public discussion on ordinance 2378.
I'll second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. Okay, this is where the public can comment on ordinance 2378. You may come to the microphone if you have any comments. Yes, sir.
Airways 14, Randall Court. Not 117 Cedar Village.
Welcome back.
As I understand the cap bank, the state allows for 1% over the approved budget, plus an additional up to 3.5% for future cost of living. My calculation, if it's correct, says we're building into the budget passage of this ordinance an extra $720,000 for future cost of living. Is that about right?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm no CFO, but yeah.
The CFO's not here
Yeah,
tonight.
I don't have my calculator, but it sounds right.
What's the current cat bank? How much have we got in the cat bank today?
I have no idea.
We would have to get that answer from the CFO. We can get that answer for you, Dave. Dave, if we want to.
Well, I'm just curious about it because it would be nice to know how much we're building up that bank and building that into the tax base for the future.
Okay.
I mean, actually, it's not even the future, it's for this year's budget coming up.
Right.
We both may have the money that we may or may not need in the tax bank. I do agree that the cost of living is going up, but we ought to know, council ought to know before we vote on the thing, how much our tax bank fund is, so that we know where we are.
Thank you, Mr. Marowitz. Any other comments from the public? Seeing here none, can I have someone please close the public discussion on ordinance 2378?
I'd like to close the public discussion on ordinance 2378.
I'll second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes, and action on ordinance 2378.
I'd like to move to adopt ordinance 2378 and publish according to law.
Second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. And ordinance 2379, Jesse.
Ordinance 2379, an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 21 of the Comprehensive Land Development Ordinance, Article 7, subsection 21-65, violations and penalties.
Could I have someone open the public discussion on ordinance 2379?
I'd like to open the public discussion on ordinance 2379.
Second?
Second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. Any public comment on ordinance 2379? Seeing here none, can I have someone close public discussion on ordinance 2379?
Close public discussion on ordinance 2379.
I'll second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. And can I have someone give me action on ordinance 2379?
I'd like to move to adopt ordinance 2379 and publish according to law.
Second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. And ordinance 2380. Jesse, please read.
an ordinance to amend Chapter 12 of an ordinance entitled Revised General Ordinances of the Township of Ocean, 1965, establishing a speed limit.
Can I have someone open public discussion on ordinance 2380?
I'd like to open public discussion on ordinance 2380.
I'll second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. Anyone from the public would like to speak on ordinance 2380? Seeing here none, can I have someone close discussion on ordinance 2380?
I'd like to close discussion on ordinance 2380.
I'll second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. Action on ordinance 2380.
I'd like to move to adopt ordinance 2380 and publish according to law.
Second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. And introduction of ordinance 2381, which will be for next month's meeting. Jesse?
an ordinance amending Chapter 9 of the Revised General Ordinances of the Township of Ocean, 1965, entitled Soil and Tree Removal.
Could I have someone open that discussion? Not open the discussion, but introduce the ordinance?
I'd like to introduce the ordinance 2381.
Second.
Achara,
Yes.
Donlin,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Naplatani,
Yes. And public comment on anything germane to
For
Ocean
that,
Township?
the public hearing for that ordinance will be when, you said?
On the 14th of April.
Okay.
Public comment on anything germane to Ocean Township, anything that you'd like to discuss?
You're welcome.
On ordinance 2381, right?
Yes.
On
No,
anything.
no. 2381 will be next month.
It's
just-
introduced,
no,
but
just
you can make a
introduced.
comment about anything you want.
My name's Ken Lutz, 1100 Brookside Avenue, member of the Environmental Commission. I'm standing here in disbelief. I mean, it's been more than a 2-year journey to get this ordinance at this point. And I just want to acknowledge that the real champion behind this was Councilmember Donlin, who really pushed for it, got rid of a lot of boulders, and really helped us along. I'd also like to acknowledge that members of the staff of the township itself contributed a lot. A lot of discussions, many meetings. They helped shape it quite a bit. And finally, I'd like to acknowledge Mr. Brown's help in actually trying to reorganize things to help steward the trees of this township. So I think we can appreciate going forward that we're really going to have an ordinance that's workable for the town.
Thank you, Ken. We
Thank you,
appreciate
Ken.
those comments, and thank you very much for everything that you said.
And I'd like to just throw that back at you, Ken, because you did a lot of the legwork and research and a lot of work along the way. So thank you.
Diane Sermont, 192 Oakhurst Road. So I understood before I came in tonight that there would not be discussion, but maybe you could just, so what I've seen you do tonight is open the other ordinances for discussion, and even one where someone made a comment, it was approved. So just sort of walk me through what's going to happen with the tree ordinance. Is there necessarily going to be a vote on it on April 14th?
Should be.
So what if, like, I've already read it and I have some concerns about some wording, a couple things that I think should be added to it. I don't know if it's too late at this date. Could I send somebody an email with my concerns?
I think it's probably a good idea to do that, to send an email
Okay.
what your concerns and issues are,
Okay.
so that if it's reviewed and somebody agrees with that, they can be changed, before the next meeting.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Gino Delomo, 45 Wicapecco, and I'm just here to drop off a check. Thank you.
And what would the check be for, Mr. Delomo?
Do I get a third of the check as the lawyer?
That was my check.
That check is for the platinum sponsorship for the township from Shrewsbury Volkswagen, so that you guys can continue to do the great things that you do in town. And we love it.
And
Thank
that
you.
check
Thank you.
goes a very long way. Mr. Delomo has been a very strong supporter of the Township of Ocean over the years, and this check's in the amount of $8,500 to the Township of Ocean. Gino, we can't thank you enough,
Thank you.
and all you do with your company, and the fact that you are so generous with the Township. Thank you very much. This will definitely go a long way. I guess this goes to you. Anyone else?
Over 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Good night.
Right. Oh, he didn't speak one. Just hold on.
Well, you can't hold on. I'll start.
Paul Merowitz, 14 Magnolia Court.
You want to go back to Cedar Village?
I have no idea where I live. Two quick ones. One, I want to thank the members of council who supported showing some recognition for what is going on in the Ukraine. I appreciate it. I'd like to see that flag that we ordered flying.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
It's a done deal.
And that, I don't know
Hold on.
what we
It'll be
do
up,
when we
just
do
to
that.
clarify, it'll be up the day after we have it. We believe we have it, but we're not sure.
It
Just to
didn't
be
come in
clear.
yet.
Yeah, we think it's here, but
I was told it came in on Monday.
that's what I thought.
Okay. The second thing is, when we go down the Garden State Parkway or Route 18, Ocean Township used to be significantly larger. However, you go down GSP or Route 18, Tinton Falls has plenty of signs telling people to get off. Eatontown has plenty of signs to get off. There isn't a single sign for Ocean Township that I can really recall seeing.
You know what? It's interesting you bring that up. So when they were going to add the exit on the Parkway, 105, when they did the right side one, and when they were doing one other thing within the last 3 to 5 years, I can't remember what the other one was. I actually had a conversation with the mayor, and his comment, and I agree with him, was that we're not a destination place. We're a community. So there was really no need to have the sign with ocean on it.
We have
You're-
lots of visitors.
And they know where they're going. We're not a tourist
Given
destination.
the way some of them drive, I'm not so sure of that.
But that did come up, Paul. I will say that.
I
We
mean-
had a conversation whenever, let's go 3, 4, 5 years ago, whatever it was.
All right. The other thing, Marty, you may have to research this.
Oh, no.
When I looked at 2381, it used the word reforestation in the ordinance. I can't find a definition of reforestation and what it means, whether or not you're referring to 10 trees, 20 trees, or 50 trees. The other point is we have a multi-day fine in the ordinance. I can recall cases with the building department in Jackson Township where they levied a multi-day fine against somebody who violated the existing ordinances, and it ran up to $250,000. It came before the courts, and they said, well, wait a minute, you want him to fix the problem. He's gonna fix the problem. I'm throwing out $240,000 of the fine. I don't know if we can fix it, but someone who knocks down 50 trees and just doesn't fix it, and we keep fining them $2,000, probably cheaper for him to pay the fine than it is to put back the trees. So if we can fix it, that would be helpful. And
I believe, Paul, that if you knock down 50 trees, I think it's a violation for each tree over and above the max you're allowed to knock down.
That's what it says, but I'm more concerned about how it gets enforced and whether it'll be enforceable by the courts.
I can tell you in Ocean Township, some years back, unrelated to any of this, we had a client, a individual who violated the CO ordinance, and they ended up getting hit with $90,000 worth of fines based on the daily charges.
Well, you and I both know Ocean County is Ocean County and Monmouth is
No,
Monmouth.
this is Ocean Township.
No, Ocean County I'm talking,
Right.
is where the incident
Oh, sure.
occurred.
Okay. Yeah.
And the ordinance refers to a tree canopy survey. I'm just curious how often we do that tree canopy survey.
We did it last year for the first time in 10
10 years, I think.
10 years? 10 years.
And the next one will be scheduled.
I'm guessing probably 2030, if my math is right, 2032, 2031.
If we have trees left by then. The other one is Mr. Brown, is for you, I guess.
Okay.
I tried to look at the council minutes for 2022. I went to the council minute page, clicked on category. Category stops at 2021.
Yes,
There
I-
are no 2022 minutes.
Wait, I have to put one.
OceanTWP.org/council-minutes is the URL. They're not there.
There's,
They'd have to be,
they have to be put up.
they'd have to be approved first.
Yes, one was approved and the rest have to be put up. Yes. I have to
Just
put them up.
just
It's my fault.
As a member of the public,
Yeah.
I think we should be publishing our minutes a little
Yeah.
bit quicker than that.
Yes, I agree 100%.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public?
Turn it off. I want that buzzer going off, yeah.
Diane Sermont, 192 Oakhurst Road. Did I misunderstand? I mean, can I discuss this ordinance? I thought we weren't discussing it tonight.
You can discuss, at this point, you can discuss anything you want. So if you want to discuss it, you're certainly entitled to do that. But if you wanted to send some information in that certain aspects of the ordinance,
Okay,
that might be easier, but okay.
I think it would be more concise too to put it in writing and send it over.
fine. I'll do that. I also, now that Mr. Merowitz brought it up, I was speaking to somebody in town hall about Mayor Siciliano had suggested maybe I go to the Shade Tree Commission meeting, and I thought, well, I'll go look at the minutes to see what's been happening, and there are no minutes since like February of 2021. And the same with the Environmental Commission.
I think you have to probably bring that up to them, but whoever has connection can pass that along.
Donna Oates.
Contact them and find out why not.
That is who I spoke to.
Okay, and
Okay.
what did she? I think
She
she's
said
in
there's
charge.
been a computer glitch and they would be up momentarily and she would send them to me.
She's in charge of putting them up. so
Okay.
she would be. the
But that's a
one to-
long time, you know, more than a year for two different commissions.
We did have
Environmental
a
and shade tree.
we did have a switch in who was in charge
Okay.
of putting that up, so that might be the glitch.
Okay, sure.
The delay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing here none, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
I'll second.
Achara?
Yes.
Donlin?
Yes.
Fisher?
Yes.
Naplatani?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you.
We good?